Forget ordering takeout tonight. Today on One Pot Tiny Kitchen we're going to be cooking Lamb Madras. It is a one pot spicy tangy lamb curry made with lamb meat, Madras spices in an onion tomato sauce. And we'll be cooking it all in one pot in my tiny kitchen aboard Narrowboat Kate. And here we have the ingredients for the Lamb Madras curry. Quick word about the onions: if you want more gravy, just add an extra onion or two if you want lots of gravy. And I've got quite a lot of whole spices in this recipe, so if you can get them, please use them. At a pinch you can use just ground spices. And notice I have got the blender back out because we're going to be making a sauce or a paste. A full list and the method will be in the description below, so please have a look there if you'd like to make Lamb Madras. And as always, I'll be prepping all the ingredients before we start cooking. Here we have everything prepped and ready to go. Just a quick word about tomatoes. I'm going to be sprinkling a little bit of salt on there, maybe a quarter teaspoon. That really brings out the flavour. At the back here I've got the garlic and ginger, and actually the fresh chilies I've got in there as well. If you do have dried chilies, which is in the recipe, then just add them in with the whole spices when you do that bit. These two at the back, the paprika and turmeric, we're going to be adding that a little bit later, and that's a bit more for colour rather than flavour. I just want to quickly show you how I cook and how I get things ready to cook so that everything's there when you need it. See, what I do is I line up all my dishes in order that they're going to go into the pan, and I also put in each dish the stuff that goes in all in one go. So all the whole spices, that's the garlic, ginger and chilies, onions, etc. Okay, we are now ready to cook. I'm going to put in about 2 tablespoons of virgin olive oil. It can be any neutral oil that you've got on hand. Anything from peanut oil through to avocado or indeed virgin olive oil. So we're just going to let that pan get hot. And you don't want it on a high heat, you want it on a fairly low heat, below medium. Okay, once that is warm enough, you don't want it blasting hot, you just want it nicely sort of a low to medium heat. Then we put all our whole spices in. And it should be just a very gentle sizzle as they go in. I just want that to fry a little bit for maybe 25-30 seconds. And then we add in our ginger, chilies and garlic. And give that a good stir for about another 20-25 seconds. As always, making sure you don't burn them. In go the onions. And we're going to be frying these for 5 to 6 minutes or so, and stirring them quite often. Okay, that's had just about 5 minutes or so, maybe a little bit over. And some of the edges of the onions are going a little bit brown, which is fine, exactly what we want. We now add our chopped tomatoes. And we're only going to be frying these for just a couple of minutes or so. We just want to soften the onions a bit, but not let them go mushy. Okay, that's ready. Let's turn the heat off, and I'm going to actually add half a cup of water. basically what we're doing there with adding that water is to help cool it down a little bit, because we're now going to blend this mixture. Now ideally you'll have a blender that's big enough to blend all of this in one go. I don't think this is going to work, so I might have to do it in 2 goes. I don't know, maybe I'll put didn't quite get it all in one go, did I? Never mind. Clean that up in a second. Right, now time to blend it. Now it's going to be quite a thick paste is what we're looking for. So if you need to add a little bit more water, just do a tablespoon at a time until we get the right consistency. Let's check that and see how good that is for what we're looking for. Oh yeah, that does look really good. Yep, that consistency is, you can just see it's just right. Okay, we come back to our one pot. 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil in there, put the heat back on. We want that up to sort of a medium heat. We want that to a medium to low heat. Once that's hot enough, we'll put in our star anise and cinnamon. Just letting that oil bring out the flavours. Unfortunately the cinnamon is broken up, so you're going to have to look out for some of those bits. And just let that sizzle for maybe 30 seconds or so. Now if you're able to get curry leaves, the curry leaves would have gone in with the star anise and ginger. We haven't got any today, so I'm using curry powder, which will go in with the lamb. We're ready to do just that. Sprinkle that all over. Now the reason for having it on a medium to low heat is so that we don't cook the lamb too quickly, because we're going to be simmering that for about an hour and a half. And if you cook it too quickly it becomes tough, and we don't want that, we want it nice and tender. So for now all we're doing is making sure that there's no pink left, and then we're ready to add the sauce back in. Okay, we are nearly there. At this stage I'm going to be adding just half a teaspoon of turmeric and half a teaspoon of paprika. You can use Kashmiri chili powder instead of paprika. I'll just sort of try this one today. So as a rough guide, if you get water starting to come out of your lamb, that is the time you're ready to put the sauce back in. stir that in. Lovely. The smell is superb. I'm going to turn that on down to the lowest. I'm going to move it onto my smallest ring, and we're going to be putting that on the lowest possible heat. Don't worry about the bubbles not being there. That will come back. We're just going to cover that. We're going to simmer it for an hour and a half, checking it every 10 minutes or so. If you think it's going far too dry, just add a tablespoon of water until it's the right consistency. And there we have it. Lamb Madras ready to serve. Right, time to dish up on a bed of basmati rice. Smell is absolutely delicious. And there we have it, Lamb Madras cooked in my tiny kitchen aboard Narrowboat Kate, and all cooked in one pot.